Hi everyone. Um, this is my Zoom tutoring video. Um, it's a little improvised, but this is my 12th attempt at this, so hopefully I'm getting better. Anyway, in this video I'm going to go through one, creating your account or getting access to your Zoom account, and then two, creating your Zoom meeting, and then three, how to further adjust some more settings, and then four, how to actually conduct a tutoring session and manage the tutors. Okay, so now we're going to go to internet land. So let me share my screen here. I'm actually using Zoom to record this video, so it's a bit meta. Okay, so this is my screen. For you, the first step is to type in pdx.zoom.us. And you click sign in. And if you don't come to this page right away, there may be a page previous. You don't want to put your credentials into that page. Merely click sign in with SSO, and then it will take you to this page. So enter your Odin information, and then accept the Duo push. Okay. Now, I have a bunch of meetings because I manage everybody else's meetings. Yours might be blank. So to create your tutoring room, click schedule a new meeting. Then name it LC online your subject, whatever that is. You can leave out the quotations, tutoring. And then you can enter in the course levels that you can offer in the description. As for when, set it to recurring meeting, recurrence, no fixed time. This just makes your meeting accessible via link at any time. It makes it much easier. Now for these settings, these are specific to the meeting itself. Just make sure they're the same as what I have here. And we don't want the waiting room on, because that will put students into limbo. You won't be able to communicate with them. And save that. Now, if you go back to meetings, it should show up at the top here. It doesn't for me because I have a bunch and it's alphabetical. Now, go to your settings, and these are the global settings for all your meetings. There's a ton of settings here, so what I'm going to do is just scroll through and then pause. You can pause the video at each point to make sure that yours look the same as mine. So here we go. The videos can be off. This means off by default, not mean off in general. So when you start, your webcam will not turn on automatically, which is a good thing. Okay, we don't need passwords or encryption. Okay, I'm gonna move along again. Yes, we definitely want these features on, especially file transfer. That's helpful for all subjects, really. We don't need the surveys. Screen sharing, we went on. Whiteboard. Remote control is an important one. Keep that off because that's a security risk. And same with remote support. Keep that off. Virtual background is cool. I'll show you that later. Okay. Waiting room, make sure that's off. And then emails, notifications, those can be all off. Okay, now the last part is please do this. It's hard to type and speak at the same time. Give scheduling privileges to Shoshana, Amber, and I. Amber's email is gara@pdx.edu. This way we can get the link to your room and post it where it needs to go so that students can actually access your room during your shift. So click assign. I can't do it because it's myself. All right. And then at the top of these settings, there's also recording. We want local recording and not cloud recording, because local recording is manual, cloud recording is automatic. Local recording is much easier to give consent and restrict and make it so the students are having a comfortable environment. If they walk into a Zoom session and it says this meeting is being recorded, that's kind of a turnoff. So local recording, I'll show you how to do that later. Okay, and make sure that these settings are all the same. All right. Now to join your meeting, you can click the URL here on this page. You can click this button. I won't do it right now because it will close out my current meeting, and then I'm using Zoom to record, so it would destroy this recording. So I'm not going to do that. Here's how Zoom works. For the most part, you want to use Zoom as the installed app. Most people do it this way because it happens automatically. And I really can't take this call right now. I'm just gonna let it ring. Okay, so Zoom works through an installed app. You can use it through a browser though. The browsers are, like, common ones are Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, and Microsoft Edge. For Chrome, the audio does work. For Firefox and Microsoft Edge, the audio does not work. So that might be a reason why students are having trouble with audio. And then with Chrome, you have limited usability. You can't do file sharing, and you can't use the whiteboard on the student's end. So you want to use the installed app and also encourage the student to use the installed app for full usability. Okay. So this is what Zoom looks like, and Bert and Ernie are currently in this room. Let's see, why doesn't it show the participants? It shows there's only 2 participants. Let me add Ernie in there. Sorry, bear with me. I'm trying to, okay. So many interruptions. Okay. Now, to manage students, we use breakout rooms. This is the main meeting room. The main meeting room should not be used for tutoring. Instead, it should be used for welcoming students and diagnosing any technical issues. The most common one is audio. Most students end up using chat, but audio really expedites the process, so I encourage you to encourage your students to use audio. And in the lower left corner, make sure they have the right input settings as well as you. You can also do this test thing, and that will go through to help you with that. When you start Zoom, if you're using the app, you have this Zoom dashboard that appears, and it's even more settings. It's a ridiculous amount of settings. And in these settings, you can do stuff like enable or disable the mirror effect. This is so people can actually see what you're writing on a whiteboard behind you if you choose to do that. And then this is where you do virtual background. Isn't that pretty cool? Crazy, man. All right. So there's a bunch of settings in here that are more personalized, I guess. Now, to manage students, we use breakout rooms. Currently, we have 2 participants. So you can create like, I don't know, 8 or 10 breakout rooms. And if you select automatic, it automatically puts them into each room. Now, although you assigned them, it does not actually put them in the rooms. It only puts them into the rooms until you click open all rooms. So remember, first assign, then open all the rooms. The reason why we use breakout rooms is basically for FERPA. It allows you to tutor someone individually without having someone come into the meeting and interrupt you or see any information, sensitive information that they may have typed in the chat box. So let's go to Ernie's room. First, I got to open all the rooms. Then I got to join Ernie's room. Okay, now we're in Ernie's room. Here we can do tutoring. I don't know why I don't have the chat box. Why is there no chat box? That's funny. Okay, well, as Ernie, I'm going to send a chat just so I can actually view the chat box. How can I do this? Okay, so normally there's a chat bubble here. I don't know why in this video it's not showing up. Zoom has some quirks, especially when you try to use it to record a video. But anyway, so this is what the chat box looks like. And yep, you just type in there. There's also, this is where the file share is. So you can upload your documents that way, or students can to you, which may be key for preventing cheating as well. Okay, that's the chat box. Now to the breakout room button is like all wonky as well. Here we go. This is what you need to have open in order to monitor incoming students. And when that happens, if a new student comes in, they'll, by default, they won't go into a breakout room, they'll go into the main meeting room. So on my other computer here, I'm gonna send Big Bird into the room as a new student. Bear with me here. Okay, so here, now we see unassigned and then Big Bird. When a new student comes in, when you catch it, it's fine if they just hang out in the main meeting room all during your tutoring session. But whenever you get a chance, you can assign them to an open breakout room. Okay. Now, if a student wants to record a session, they're welcome to do so, but with your consent. So what that looks like on your end is, let's see, participants. Nope, I'm Big Bird. I think I can disable video receiving. Okay, so that's a little beyond my, I can't have a student record while I'm recording this. So what that looks like is it pops up in the participants panel, which I can't see currently for some reason, but it's one of these icons down at the bottom toolbar. And when that happens, you'll be notified that a student is requesting to have the meeting recorded. So it's up to you whether you want that to happen or not. And that's assured through by setting those settings the way I told you to at the beginning of the video. All right, and I think that's about it. Let's say we're done with this session. You don't have to go to the main meeting room to go back into another break room. You can jump, you can hop by just clicking join. So if Bert is next, you can go into Bert's room. And then we can start tutoring Bert, maybe share the whiteboard. And that's the video. Thank you. Let me know if you have any questions on Zoom. I'm sure I left out a bunch of stuff, but hopefully this gets you on the right track. Bye.